Hello everybody, welcome back to an episode of Fred Science where we're playing more Monster Hunter World. Last episode I showed my complete incompetence in a game, and in this episode I may do so again. Now last episode was Basil Goose and the other guy. Basil Goose and I cannot think of the other one, Devil Joe. And yeah, Devil Joe kicked my ass a little bit too much, and Basil Goose also kicked my ass when it in all theory shouldn't be kicking my ass as much as it did. But oh well, such is the way of it. In this episode we are going to go and well, we're going to be fighting at least Lavasioth. It's probably going to be Lavasioth Oregon, and then we'll see if I have any other ones that I fight after that. But it also totally depends on how much stuff I need to grind from both of these monsters. I don't think that I need to grind anything from Oregon. There may be something interesting on the armor set, but I'm not 100% sure. From Lavasioth, I know that there's a weapon from Lavasioth that I'm going to have to make, which is going to require some great Gyros parts too. So we will be... yeah, we will be fighting the Lavasioth, I think, more than once. Mind you, I could be wrong, but I'm fairly certain we'll be fighting this guy more than once. As much as I loathe the idea of that, because Lavasioth is not particularly a super fun fight. Well, at least it, I would say, immediately showed itself, but not really. Wait. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Hey, buddy. So, Lavasioth has a certain mechanic to it. The mechanic being the obsidian around his body. The obsidian around his body makes him basically super tough, unless if it's heated up. Meaning that you're going to be bouncing off and having a very bad time if his obsidian is not heated up. The way that you can heat it up is with a fire weapon, I think. I'm not 100% sure about that one. But you can definitely do it with the slinger ammo, and also when Lavasioth itself goes into the lava and comes back out of it. Those are the two ways that you can get yourself that. The other way that you can deal with this is standardizing, as you just saw. But it will not make you, unless if you have the correct amount of sharpness, which I definitely don't have on this weapon. You will probably not be doing, you'll be doing great damage a lot of the time. That's a fireball. Other than that, it's really just kind of another Greatsword. Its movesets are very similar. Ooh, that's a bigger explosion than I thought it was going to be. Which may result in my death. But yeah, this is probably, for a lot of people, like, their least favorite monster in this game. Which I can 100% understand, because it's not great. Mind you, my least favorite monster is still Oregon, so... that, I don't think, is going to change. Nice. I think in terms of the parts you can break on Lavasioth, it is the same as with the Greatsword, where you can break the tail, you can break the head, and you can break the fins on the back. However, it will not particularly be easy. At least I've not found it to be very easy. One thing that makes like the Greatsword so much easier compared to like Lavasioth. Ah shit, that's kind of bad. One of the things that makes Greatsword much easier is the fact that Greatsword spends a lot of time like in the water. While Lavasioth can also spend a lot of time in the lava. In the lava you cannot actually properly attack it, so a lot of the time it just sits there. And you just have to kind of wait there for Lavasioth to come back up, or to come back in in attacking range. But it also makes it so that if you are, you know, if Lavasov is actually hittable, he will also be standing on his feet, and that can be a little bit more difficult to deal with if you want to hit specific parts, like in the fins on the back. At least it's like, I would say, the generalized weapons. There are weapons like like the Insect Glaive that can get away with that because they have their vertical attack, but like just all the jumping and all that jazz. But those are also exceptions, of course. Mind you, this all goes off of the limited amount of experience that I have with, I would say, all the weapons and also this monster, because I didn't fight a lot, and you don't really need to fight a lot if you want to get everything from it. At least I didn't need to do it that much. That's kind of annoying, actually. That is freaking obsidian. Ah, nope, it heated up again because he jumped into lava. I don't think I'm gonna be able to do a finishing move on him. He's just gonna fall over. Yeah, the typical freaking Juratotus experience. I don't know what it is with these monsters, but they really just do not like you to... They just really don't want you to do your finishing move on him. Also, what did I just hit? Like, his body is still heated up, so... kind of curious what I actually hit, which made it that I didn't do proper damage. Oh well. We've got Dodogama, who has decided to grace us with his presence. We've also got a lot of random buggers that really should not be joining this fight. Oh, okay. Well. Unfortunately, the worst one has also joined the group now. So I know this is why I carry a pocket of shit with me. I also don't know if like Lavasov is weak for water. I think it probably has to. Honestly. I'd be very surprised if it didn't. Also, I'm just gonna dink off of this. Which is pretty shit. Oh, we ran into lava though, so that's nice. I have no idea what the fuck is happening. Okay, sure. Yeah, maybe today is just not a good day for hunting. I've been playing so ridiculously badly. I've never seen him do a freaking shoulder tackle in the lava like that. Stupid Gastrodon, fuck off, man. Okay. I've been using so many potions today, it's kind of ridiculous. Why do they always go away? Why can't they just fucking stay in my path? What is it with all these monsters always backing off? We're gonna wallbang it. Well, I wouldn't in a case if he didn't fucking turn around in these split seconds that I got onto his head. Well, at least I broke his freaking tail. Which now leaves us with only the body. But it's also weakened, so I'm just going to catch him because I don't want to deal with any more of this guy. Oh man. I need to lock in, dude. I seem to be very distracted. Alright. Let's get some more Inferno sacks. A Wyvern gem. Of course. Why not? Throw it in the fucking pile, I guess. And the pile, I mean, I don't think I even have any other ones. So I should probably be happy that I actually get another one. Because grinding gems, especially those, well, just any gem really. Grinding gems can be pretty shit. Let's see. Lavacio. Fire attack. And quick sheath. Heat guard, fire attack again. Affinity sliding, don't care. Quick sheath recovery, nope. Spread power shots and fire attack. Let me go and get my one of my fire sets on. Let's see. Because we've got the Anjanath one, which is a very specific one because of, you know, the fact that it has negative crit. Let's take a gander. Kind of figured that Lavasioth would have fire attack up, which is intriguing. Let's see, because this is in theory better. This is also Anjanath Beta, so it has a slot in it. Is what it comes down to. So it's the same, has less defense, but has a slot in it, and I think I kind of appreciate that more, honestly. Heat guard is a nice thing to have. However, I could also have 2 more salts. And salts are, for the most part, more important, I feel. But it depends on what like the other skills are. Heat guard is very useful for very specific situations. But once again, they're also very specific, so I'm gonna just do this. So we're gonna get this one, because that was gonna give me fire attack up. Speaking of my fire attack. I already have like close to max fire attack though on my armor set. Or the Anjanath Van Braces has fire attack, the Rifle's Coil has it's fire attack and focus, so I already have 2 levels of fire attack guaranteed. Is there another Rifle's thing? Why do I not have another Rifle's thing on here? Alright, critical element, that's right, it's crits. I don't care about crits. With this particular gear set, that's right. So we've already got 2 with the Rifle's, we've got 2 with the Anjanath Helm. And then if I get the Lavasioth, I'll have another 2. And then I can change the gloves to something else. Which I think is going to be the focus thing. I feel like that should work out pretty well. However, this is not going to work. Like, this is going to work for this particular armor set, but not the other one. Because at that point, I may want to get this one over here to get another fire attack on my. Wait, let me check the Rathalos set. For a second, Rathalos. So we've got the pants and we've got the mail, makes sense. We've got the helmet, the gloves, and then Jura Greaves. Okay, yeah. So currently we've got, yeah, we're living, we're missing 1 level of fire attack on this particular set. Wait, that's so weird. I feel like I'm miscounting something. Oh, I think it's gems that I've equipped. I think that's the thing. That I've got like some fire gems equipped on some of these. Well, I think on both of these even. Because if that is the case, then I'm not even sure if I really want to bother with making this. This is a complicated situation. I do think I want to make this though, just because I think it looks really cool, and otherwise I would never use it. Or basically never. Spread and power shots. What the heck is spread power shots? Increase the power of spread ammo, power shot arrows, and 1,000 dragons, so okay. Because I feel like it's not really necessary for the, like for this particular set. I mean, it's not necessary for anything, but, you know. But I do feel like it would be good for the Engine F set. This particular chest piece. Yes. Just to be 100% sure, yes, we are going to do that. Alright then. Okay. I'm sorry, you guys. My brain is melting like no tomorrow. Right. I need this guy. Let me just go and add it just to make sure that I know how many things are required. Then I need to check if I can hard forge a Melody's Kiss. No. 6 Omniplegia sacks. Are you kidding me, bro? That's too much. I can just fight a low rank Great Gyros and then just some normal Gyros. Yeah, there's no way I'm getting those 6 freaking Omniplegia sacks. That's bad. Right. Let me go and forge the Buster Sword into I just forge another Buster Sword and then go into the Jaguar's line. Man, this has been interesting. So I did think that I was going to require some lava sea off stuff. I just didn't. Well, actually, I knew that this is so funny. I knew that the Great Gyros was going to be a thing. In terms of, like, you know, I needed to go and get some things from it. But I did not expect it to be as crazy as it actually is with these Omniplegia sacks. The fact that you need 6 of them is kind of crazy. Because those are also pretty rare. Or definitely rare enough to be a nuisance, so... But yeah. I'm not going to change these legs because they have 2 levels of focus on them. Which already makes them better than the other ones. I have almost maxed out fire attack. Let me check. I'm fairly certain it's not because of a decoration? Which freaking thing has fire? Like, how did I get this amount of fire attack? Am I blind? Let's see, it's 2 levels. How many levels can you get? You can get 6 in total. So 2 levels on this, 1 level on that, 2 levels on this, and that's it. So it's 2 levels, that's 4. Oh, okay, it's this one and then, okay, that makes sense. So yeah, if I then have the chest piece, then I would have maximum. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Do I even have like just like a fire increase gem? Yeah, I do. Why don't I just equip it? There we go. Now we've got max fire attack. Easy. Let me go and save this though on the Araphanos set. Okay, alright. Let's go and generate another random number, and we're going to be running with the Gyros. That is pretty funny. That is pretty funny. Now we get the Great Gyros blade. And let us go and fight another Lava Seoth. Lava Seoth. I'll also go and check to see if I have an investigation. We dang diggity do. 15 minutes, that's a little low. Especially at this point, where I do not feel confident in my skill in this game at all. After my pretty abysmal gameplay. I know that I should probably like stop fucking shitting on my gameplay, but god, I feel so like... I've been doing bad. I've not been doing too good. Does that mean that I'm fucking trash at the game? No. But I'm also not going to claim that I've been doing very well. Right, let me check. Do I? Have I? Do I? Have I? Yes. The answer is yes. Get the hell out of there. Yes, I know you're in there. That's why I want you to get out of there. Swims behind you. Nothing personnel, kid. Oh, that was a juicy hit. That's fucking good. Also, I think Bazookas may interfere in this. Yep. There it unfortunately is. But it also immediately left. That is peculiar. Consider me thoroughly perplexed as to the plan that went in there. Dang, I missed. And I'm gonna get, yeah. What the? Man. that was a miss. That was a truly wondrous miss on my part right there. Apparently I'm not hitting the tail. Well. Okay. Well, it wasn't too bad though, honestly. That was pretty good. Give me those lustrous scales. Oh, how lustrous. Truly. I did not mean to pick up that godlike, honestly. But pick up I did. Pick it up I did. My god, Fred, Jesus Christ. Are you okay? Wow, thank you. Fucking Doragama. Now watch me get no carapace, by the way. If that's the case, then I'm gonna stop playing. If that is the result, I will most likely stop playing for today. Because that'd just be a big ol' fuck you from this game, telling me to fuck off and do something else. Nope, I got 2 pieces of carapace. And another fucking wyvern gem. No, even more. Oh, look at all that carapace that I picked up. I hate myself. And I hate this fucking game. But hey, at least I got it. And that's all I care about. Anyway, I'm gonna be right back. I need to eat. Okay, I'm back after my entire debacle. I have since... Oh. I was thinking about that for a second. Looks like I didn't misremember. Anyway, I'm gonna be right back. I need more of this. Okay. This time for realsies.
There you are, Fiber.
We finally have what we need. So let's go and get that blade. Finally, honestly. And kablam. Ella kablam. Let's go and equip that shit. And let's do the wrong maneuver by going that way instead of the other way. Man, I'm so dumb. I'm so stupid. I need Fusium also. Why am I like so reluctant to look, to use my eyes? For fuck's sake. Alright, I mean it this time. I actually mean it this time. I actually have what I need. There we go. Right. I'm not going to equip that now because that is used for one armor set. Let me also go and make a Lava Seoth armor set, which is just the Raffler's one, I'll say. Lava Seoth. Reason being is because this is a weapon that does not have negative quick. That is all it comes down to. Right, so instead of your bone, you get the Lava Seoth. Mayo. You've got mayo. So this over here should give you... Let me check like specifics. 2 levels of fire attack, and then we've got 1 level on this thing, and then 2 levels on that. So I can change the Van Braces into the Castodon ones, which will then give me maximum focus, which would be pretty dang good, I would say. Right, and then I'm going to save for this equip loadout. So now we have max fire attack, max focus, and some health boost. Nice. It's that, or I equip the Raffalo stuff. But I don't have crit element, that's right. I keep forgetting it's crit element, so like... As long as I don't have crit, it ain't gonna do nut. Right, that's good. I really like the way this looks too, honestly. Kinda works. Alright. Next up on the list, if I recall correctly, should be Oregon. Let's see, yep. Fucking Oregon. This guy is not fun. There is unfortunately nothing positive I can say about this particular encounter, other than it just being not fun. Which is very unfortunate. For multiple reasons. One of those is my sanity. Let's go and get this guy here. Or eating occupier. And let's roll. We shall see how it goes. Although I'm not expecting it to go very well, unfortunately enough. I like to be positive. But like, surprisingly enough, you guys, I like to be positive. However, it's also my least favorite monster from this game, so, you know. It's a little bit difficult to stay positive when you're about to fight the thing that you dislike the most. I'm just gonna roar actually, I didn't think that. Yeah. The thing is, do I have enough, like, sharpness to... Oh, I was gonna roll even, okay. Managed to chase him out of here. I didn't see the stone pile. Because now I think it's a good idea for me to wallbang him and get him... If I wallbang him, and then I can go and tenderize his face, because it is probably going to be necessary if I want to do... Yeah, there you go. I'm already thinking off of it. If I actually want to do damage to it. I'm just going to do that, yep. So yeah, as one would expect, he's basically just a Radhaban, but worse. This guy does so many different things, it's kind of... Like, most of his moveset is still the same as Radhaban. So if you know Radhaban's moveset, you kind of know how this guy works. The only difference, though, is that this guy drops bombs when he rolls. That's a difference. That and, like, does he have any other moves? I don't think so, honestly. He unfortunately also has a lot of HP, which is one of the issues with this guy. Since he loves to run around, like roll around so much and drop bombs everywhere, it's kind of difficult to do damage to him. That in combination with him just having a lot of HP results in just a drag of a fight. This is basically like a Basel Goose, but then really beefy. But it can fly in any case. There's also the tremor damage, which can be a real big pain in the butt. Because it'll make you get stunned constantly, unless if you have an immunity to it. It's those things like, honestly, it's all those things combined that just make it a not fun encounter. As the dog has been let outside and is now barking at the environment, as it usually does. In terms of what you can break and damage on this guy, it is the same as a Radabon, where you can break its head. Actually, I'm not sure. That one may not be the same, actually. Either way, you can break its head, you can cut off, you can break and then cut off its tail, because it's two separate instances of breaking that you need to accomplish. And then I think you can also break the legs. I'm gonna blow up. Yeah. God, being a Greatsword user in this game is kind of painful. It just kind of amplifies the things that I already dislike. That is kind of crazy that I managed to break that with shooting a pedal pot at him. But yes, his tail is now broken, meaning that the next time that we break this thing, it's going to be cut off. Now we can get ourselves a scoot. An Uragan scoot. That is the name of it. The other unfortunate thing when it comes to like Uragan compared to Radabon, with Radabon, if you break off of if you break off his bones, you can basically make him. You can cripple his rolling basically. With Uragan, you can't really do it. As you can see, he just keeps rolling. There's just not really much you can do to stop him from rolling, except for have like a bomb pod or basically a piece of sling around that would make him flinch. Yet again, where is my cat when I need him? Right next to me, doing nothing. I will say, having played GU has changed a lot of my view, like my views on a lot of stuff in this game. One of them, unfortunately, is the Palicos. Like, I love what the Palicos do for me in GU. Meanwhile, in this game, I feel like the cats are just a meme. I mean, their tools are still nice and everything, but like, I feel like they don't really help me out as much in this game as they do in GU. Also, even when you cut off its tail, he can still throw the balls from his tail, which I feel like should not be a thing. But, you know, that's my general consensus for, I would say, this game. Because I don't really have that much experience with other games, except for GU, but even then, it's not even that much. I really like it when, you know, if I damage a part of it or break something, it actually has an effect on the monster's ability to do something. For instance, like, just, like, the bombs that Radabon drops all drop from his tail and his, like, midsection. So I would think if you break the tail that it wouldn't be able to be dropped from the tail anymore, right? Well, unfortunately, that is not true. Even if you cut off the tail, it changes literally nothing. Also, the same as with Radabon, you can mine this guy's back for some ore. This time instead of bones. From like the fire cell stones that he drops from time to time. If you feel the need to. I personally don't. Unless if I know that I need the material, which at the moment I don't, so. At the moment I will just focus on killing this guy. What do you mean, bro? Stop rolling. He like rolled so far away, I really thought they were just gonna leave the area, but I didn't seem like disengage either. So it was a little bit weird. Still unsure if you can bring these things to like This thing's legs. So. That's still something that I have a big question mark about. Man, love getting roared at the exact moment that my TCS is gonna hit. Meaning that my TCS doesn't hit. I feel like this run has just become me being salty about Monster Hunter. Which is weird, considering how much I like it. But maybe I'm being salty about it, maybe I'm like judge. I think it's one of those situations where I'm judging it because I like it. Because I do actually care about it. But at the same time, it feels a little bit unwarranted. Also, I think I just saw like... Dodogama's like texture getting stretched out. Really? You just had to like be on that perfect angle so that you wouldn't hit Dodogama? Well, yeah, okay. As you can see, if he is tired, then he will fail his roll. But otherwise, he will not. Also, I do think this guy's actually weak to lightning, so using his lightning blade is actually pretty good. Man. It's also intriguing because, like, some of the monsters in this game... have, like, a roar that can happen really quickly. Which can also be pretty dang annoying. And Rodobon's one of those. So. Let me just go and do this. Active touch should do some damage to him. There we go. Fortunately, I got stunned there. I'm gonna need you to leave, dude. Come on. You're being a real big pain in the butt. Speaking of big pains in the butt, when are you gonna die, buddy? Are we close enough to death so I can capture you? And hopefully not have to make anything. There we go, he's done. He's done for, he is, although he decided to go for violence anyway. Jesus, everything stuns you with this guy, everything. Don't. I thought I was too close for that. I wouldn't be surprised with some of the hitboxes in this game. Man, I can really be such a... I'm very good at being passive aggressive. Or honestly, just being a whiny bitch. Let's see. That's a lot of materials there. I think it also drops like flame bursts. If I recall correctly, or maybe it's just like his master rank version. I don't actually know. Let's see. Just Inferno Sacks, okay. And just Brutal Bone and another crap. Just a whole load of stuff. Including some lava nuggets. Nuggets. Now, I feel like I keep thinking about no, I keep thinking about something that I now immediately forgot because I'm stupid. Right, about like needing to have the Puzzle Goose wings for something, but I think it may actually be a thing from Master Rank that I'm thinking of. We'll see. I'm gonna take a look at all the weapons now anyway. To see if there's anything that would be upgraded with any of the bits and bobs I've gotten. Right. Let's take a gander, shall we? Because in terms of weapons, so this is Cruciala Dora bits, that's Xenojiva, and this is Xenojiva Carapace, and something else? From another monster? I don't know. Maybe from Zora Magdaros? I don't know. Kieran bits, Elder Dragon Bones, and Radabon bits. Nergigante horns, I think, maybe. Just Nergigante bits, I think. Elder Dragon Horn. That is Valhazak. That's another Valhazak thing. Xenojiva and Valhazak. Elder Dragon Bone. Azure. Raphalos. Xenojiva, maybe? Either Xenojiva or the other guy. Fuck, why can't I think of his name? Valhazak. Teostra. Just like a lot of Elder Dragon bits, it would seem. That seems to be where we've reached, and this isn't a Nergigante weapon, so... 13 pieces of Fusi more. Christ. Welp. Alright. So, no weapons. Don't require any of the bits I have currently. Let's see. Thunder resistance. Part breaker. A guard. Defense boost. Part breaker. Thunder res. A guard. And Uragan protection allows you to block against ordinarily unblockable attacks. So this is basically the armor set. Or the armor pieces that you would want for guarding. For blocking stuff. But I don't care about that on this run, so goodbye, Uragan. Excellent. Right, it's time for Azure Rathalos. Which is a number 6. It's a number 6 kind of moment, you know? Yep, Dread Tortoise again. I'm getting a lot of freaking this Dread Tortoise set. There's just some sets that I've not seen in a while. Raphalos in blue. There's also Ruler of the Azure Skies in there, but honestly, I'm not sure what would be better. So I'll just pick one of them and go. Azure Raphalos sure is. He sure exists. I mean, in all fairness, he's not really too bad. But... he is very, like, look. I actually like fighting Azure more than I like fighting normal Raphalos. Because Azure has less HP. Or at least that's what it feels like. However, he's also a lot more aggressive. As a result, you can end up in a really bad spot. If you're not careful. That, and also there's like an arena quest with him. Which I did way too many times, and I'm going to have to do again. And that will be unfun. Oh, come on. You're gonna start flying, aren't you? Yeah, I knew it. So yeah, this guy over here, like, this guy is the real rule of the skies. This guy loves flying. So keep that in mind, because you will be dealing with him flying around a lot. Oh, come on, bro. Oh. Gajalaka made me fall asleep. As you can see, that was not a lot of damage, honestly, for breaking a tail. Yeah, Azure really is not that beefy. But he makes up for it by flying a lot, so... He's also very large, this particular specimen, so... I think we may be dealing with a crown monster. I do love his color of blue there. It's a really nice color. There's also another reason, by the way, why I have some problems with this guy. But those pertain to Master Rank. His Master Rank version. Can I please, like... How did I... Hello? Are you okay, dude? Or did I suddenly... Yeah, okay, no. I just somehow missed 4 of them. Or 3, whatever. The same number, really. And there's no more Raphaelites, because why wouldn't he be here? Why wouldn't he, you know... decide to be annoying and in the way? Go away. God, I have no focus on this gear set, I think. Yeah, I don't think I have any focus on this gear set, and it's being a problem. Speaking of being things being a problem, the Gajalaka are a problem, like usual. They are making it so I cannot properly punish Raphaelites when I knock it down. At least it seems to be breaking apart pretty easily. Man, for a set like this, I would need the freaking... I would need the focus charm for a set like this. A little later on I may... Like, I'm going to be making... I'm going to be making the focus charm. Jesus Christ. Also, apparently that was the wrong wing. I just thought that that was the other one. Also, I'm fairly certain I can break its body too. But that is a little bit more difficult to hit. And also does not do as much damage. So it will in general be not as easy to break. Oh, he's angry again. And going to leave. Right, and now I have no idea where the fuck this guy is going, honestly. And neither does the game, it would seem, because my scoutflies are very confused. I wish I was kidding, but they have no idea where they're going. Oh, I see it. It's actually is. It's actually a part that I bounce off of. I mean, I guess I don't have green sharpness, but still. That is a pretty big surprise. Also, I'm fairly certain he's pretty close to death at this point. Yeah, I do kind of want him to disengage on his own. If he doesn't, then whatever, man. Also, want to know something really funny about this particular quest right now? We've got Raphaelos, Azure Raphaelos, and a Rathian in here. Like it's a Wrath party over there. Also, Azure rests in a different rests in a different area than normal Raphaelos. So didn't take a trap with me, son of a bitch. Wait, what am I doing? I keep thinking like this is an interesting little thing that my brain does. So I keep thinking that I'm playing GU, where if I forget a trap or if I forget something, I'm not gonna be able to get it. Depending on the item, mind you. Meanwhile, in this game, I can just reach my freaking item box. So yeah, basically the place where we found Azure Riflers in the beginning, that is where he's going to go to rest. Don't jump down, bro. Why? What possibly compelled you to do that? And now what? You're gonna run all the way back up? Well, guess I'm just gonna sit here and wait for him to come up here. What a mess. What a weird freaking... What a weird hunt this was. My scout fly is failing to guide me in the correct direction. 3 wrath creatures. This guy jumping off of a cliff instead of staying where he is. Alright. A new arena quest has been added. Yippee! I think that's actually the quest that... Well, it's one of the quests. I should take a look at that. At some point. I should also really do these freaking quests that improve my... and improve my... my botanist. But I don't wanna. It's annoying. Let me actually check what those quests even are, because I know there's a couple of side quests I've not done. Because I know there's one over here, which is for an ingredient in a canteen. And we've got... That's the tools. Botanical research slot. Oh, it's actually like an entire slot. Fuck me. And this is another tool quest, but yeah, this, this one, like it's worth it honestly for what it gives. So I'll go for that one at some point.
Oi, oi.
Oi oi. Oi oi oi. Let's see. There it is. The blue wing. I have just the amount of materials necessary to make this thing. That's pretty funny. Let's go and get this one going. And then we can take a look at the... It's kind of crazy though, considering that like there's only a few rarity 8 weapons. So for the Riflehead's blade to be one of them is pretty cool. I'm not going to lie. Right, so let's go and take a look at what the armor gives me though. I honestly cannot remember what the armor gives me. So it's Riflehead's Mastery. And crit boost specifically. So it gives the same thing. Oh, gloves have focus on it. But so does Riflehead's, right? No? It doesn't? I thought it did. It's something else, right? It's the pants, yeah. Windproof piercing shots and focus on the pants again. That's interesting. Wait, I actually have them equipped on this set. I guess I do for the the other stuff. Intriguing. Well, this is a complicated one, honestly, because in theory it is useful, but in specific sets of gear is when it would be useful. So this one, for instance, would be useful to replace the other focus thing I have. What's it again? The Castellan one. However, it would give me windproof, which is useless. Mind you, I don't care much about affinity sliding either, so whatever, I guess. The helmet gives you... Wait, that's crit boost. Wait a second. Oh shit, that changed it again. Okay, yep, that changed it again. Crit boost is very powerful, which is of course why it requires a ruby, or a Raffaello's gem to be precise. Okay. That's interesting. I don't care about Intimidator though, so I'm just gonna add this. Because the critical boost is... That's pretty important. Let me check all of the gear sets, because like this gear set would benefit from having the pants. That's kind of the thing with this one. Is that it would 100% benefit from this. Because now I've currently got Jump Master, which does fucking nothing. Like negates knockback. Well, I wouldn't say that it does nothing, but I could also be having Focus. And Focus is, I think, a lot more important. So let's go and add this one onto the list too. If I'm gonna need a freaking Rathalos Ruby, like, I'm gonna be busy for a while anyway. So, is there actually anything around here that required a Ruby that I made? Oh, the mail, okay. Because I remember grinding Rathalos quite a lot, so this makes sense there. Okay. So this way I can basically, like, right now, I've got attack boost on the helmet. But critical boost is much better, because it increases the amount of damage that a crit does by 30%. I don't even need to get to the 3rd level, because it's only 10 extra, well, it's 10 extra percent. So, yeah. This helmet is still going to be useful for any armor set that... My god, my brain is, like, melting every freaking possible way. This helmet is still useful for any set that doesn't have crit on it, so... Free element, I don't give a flying fuck about. These focus Van Braces. These could actually be really useful for a lot of situations. But I'll have to check, actually. The pants I don't care about, because that's wind, like, it's just freaking windproof, whatever. Let me check for a second. Because any set... let's see. Because we have Castellan Guards on this thing, we have a Rathalos helm and mail on that one, so change the helm to the Azure helm. And then I can change the Castellan Guards to the Azure Rathalos gauntlets also, because they just have better defenses. So, and then the same for this particular set, the same for this set. This set I'm not touching because it's all poison. The bear off set, I would then change the gauntlets definitely. Would it just give again? Nothing too interesting. The helmet is the Rathalos helm beta, so this would not really be changed at all, I think. Yeah. We've got the water golem. Or just a water set in general. For which I would also just change like the same, like very similar things. It's what I'm wearing right now actually. But I would change the pants to have focus again, or I would just... Actually, I'm thinking about it. I don't even need to change the pants. I mean, I can change the pants to the Jura stuff. Oh, no, wait, no. I need the Jura Van Braces. That's alright. Okay. So, the only thing I can replace is the Rathalos, other Garon, and like the other Rathalos bit. So yes, we are going to be making the Rathalos things and exchanging those. I'm just kind of checking to see if it is worth it for me to make all of these things. And for like some of these sets, or more particularly I think one of these sets, honestly, yeah, it's only one of these sets that would benefit from having those pants. But to me that seems worth it, honestly. So another thing though is like you have the freaking dragon set. Rathalos Mail, Castellan Guards. So I can change the Castellan Guards and I would have a Rathalos effect on it too. So yes. The answer is yes. I'm going to be making all three of these. I kind of expected this to be something pretty good. So yeah, here we are then. Gonna have to fight Azure Rathalos a little bit. Once again, the nice thing is that Azure Rathalos is not particularly beefy, so Now I get to use the Devil Joe set that I have not used since, well, since I started. Or since I got. Let's go and check to see if I even have an investigation for Azure. That would be really nice, though. Alright, I'm back after, well, another day. Off camera, I decided to continue grinding the Azure Rifleers because I wanted to. Needed to get out of bed early today, and then whatever I was supposed to do didn't happen. So I had something to do to start waking up, and turned out to be the Azure Rifleers grind. Speaking of which, yeah, I got 2 freaking Rifleers rubies, which is pretty funny. I'm not gonna lie. Okay. So now we've got this very interesting situation where I'm gonna have to rework some of my armor sets with this new... well, with these new pieces. Which will be the first thing we're gonna do. And then we're gonna go and fight the... Actually, then I'll probably gonna be the end of this episode. Because I do still have another episode. Okay, let's see. Because the Rifleer's Helm, it just gives me attack boost, while crit boost is honestly much better. At least for anything, for any armor set that can crit, it is just better. In terms of this gauntlet, I mean, I've already got like well, I've got the crit element on a weapon that doesn't have crit, but whatever. It's fine. I feel like affinity sliding is probably going to be better for me to just hold on to. Other than that one. Depends on if I have gems that I may want to equip. In terms of the pants, there was also only really one armor set that utilized the pants. So let's go take that one. This one's pretty same, so it's what's the energy? Okay, let's attack. I just hit 4 with 3 or 3 3 so these are 7 seconds. What do I think about this? I this. This is also this one, so I think it's really down to the off. One, if it's something important, so I'll do that. Okay, well, okay, important, so I think that's probably one point that so the nets. Jobbers, take the results, and the focus. Yes. We should get this armor set. Take the results. We're gonna take this. And there is this one. Right. Yeah, change your graph. I don't know myself. And so we're going to get this on this. And a quick one. TV. Which doesn't think that. So actually, the helmet is 800 so not 20 minutes. By the back time, I get set. Okay. So this is also helmet. And we get this. We can also get this one. Good yours. One, it's one cross attack. That's fine. Yours cross attack is one cross attack. And this is your cross attack. Okay. So I guess this one actually, I like this one, which is probably like, I think I'll change this. This will get the, there is another piece of yours. Gear next cross attack. Oh, my. Let's see. Yes, cross is res, cross attack. Okay, now there's just nothing like that. In terms of the cross attack, the cross attack. Let's the cross res and the cross gives 2 levels of cross attack. I got you with that. Okay, one of those. Which I guess there's one little, because I guess what we change something else. I want to change something else. So I can't change this one. And then the defense change too. Although we don't change. Maybe I just leave this one and check. See if I make an integration. It also gives this. This one comes to see if I can do those are like, well, these ones didn't have a solid house too. But I think I'll change these ones. Okay. And then I can change the ones to the rest of the ones. Now just have maximum cross attack, maybe more also. We should change some of these things. We should have the one or oh yeah, the crit. I think I installed already. Yeah, that's okay. Not a problem. I'm gonna check. I think I have an extra. Okay. That's the feature. I'll go to the okay. Then hold on. Which that's good. So that's good. Let's use. Balance and attack. Good eye focus. Is that max attack? That's the thing. Yeah, this is still the effort. Yeah. So I guess I can say anything besides that is. This is really complicated because it definitely has. Yeah, this is complicated because this is basically also fire attack. I'll give my fire attack to get a boost in crit damage. Basically. I'll boost also fire attack. That's pretty good. This is I'm going to be doing. I think it's pretty good. The different stuff can change. Just that. And that's it. So macros can be critics. It's not important. It's not important. The end of this is going to be Russell. So I'm a little more details on this. This sets me off, but here it is. So it's going to okay. So it also has great ones. But on that, work and I have to like measure boot. That also makes it. So yeah, so it's this one. And that's it. Also, so change that on to this one. So it gets good. I mean, this time with the actually I can do which I got. But I can do it so. Yeah. Okay, that's it. Right, here's one. This one just defense. This one just fights. The fight kills. Also, I'm choosing probably yeah. No purse. So be it. Alright, this guy, or gal, is quite something. Just like with normal Diablos, as long as you have Screamer pots, you will honestly be fine. But if you don't, you will probably not be fine. I mean, it won't be nearly as easy. Also, against Diablos, your dung pots don't work. So, if you are ever dealing, or if you're ever in the situation where you're dealing with 2 Diablos at the same time, you are going to be fucked. There she is. One more, I think, and then into this one. Bonk. I was wondering if I could get away with that, but nope. The answer is a big old nopers. Okay. But I can still break it though, if when applied, when enough pressure is applied. So yeah, Black Diablos does have some new moves. That one in particular, which like kind of revs up and then does that kind of quicker dash towards you, which you really do want to avoid because it does a lot of damage. That's it. However, I may get punished for it. Nope, because I have the tackle. Dang it. There was a part of me that was hoping that that would be able to stun her, but nah, I haven't done enough of those. I got pretty lucky though, because I was basically like right next to her freaking hitbox. Yeah, Black Diablos like drifts around like crazy, like this really is just an upgraded Diablos. It is like there's no other way to no other way to look at it, honestly. She can and will fuck you up, I can guarantee you. There we go. There go the horns, which is the main thing I want to destroy. I'm gonna block this, yeah. In terms of what you can break on the Black Diablos, it's the same as normal Diablos, right? So it's body and the body, the tail, and the 2 horns. That's it. I'm gonna block this because there's no way that I can escape it. I really do need to like just remember that I can block all the stuff with my Greatsword too. And if I get the chance, I should probably just block it just to not get absolutely fucked, you know? Mind you, it doesn't work when I'm in the middle of an animation, but at any point outside of that, I can very much use it. Let me go and that's the glider method. There we go. I want to equip my Screamer pods. I knew that was gonna happen. I knew it. Also, in terms of like the different items that she drops as opposed to normal Diablos, a majority of them are like, honestly, the majority of the items that she drops are the same as Diablos. So like, for instance, cutting off the tail is not really going to yield you anything new. If I recall correctly, it's Carapace that's different and the horns that are different. But like the tail is not different at all. I'm also going to see though, because I thought there was like a thing around here. Because I do want to capture her then. I don't know how much HP she has left. But I feel like she wouldn't have much left at this point. Considering that I broke everything. That's usually how I measure this. But yeah, if she's big, she'll go to the center and then start waltzing back over to this place. She doesn't really seem to be weakened yet. I'll just bonk her and see what she does. Oh wow. There's also nothing for me to break anymore, so I really am just waiting for her to start running. Mind you, for that you would need to stop, like, you know, she'd need to not be angry anymore. Which can be quite a challenge. There she goes. Well, she's either gonna go and eat, or she's gonna leave. Oh, shit. That's not good. Unless if she decided to emerge over there and then notice, like, oh shit, I'm in danger. Nah, she's running towards the cactus. The annoying part about not having the right amount of investigation. And I don't think I'll even get there, honestly.
Once one of your specialized tools' effect has expired, unequip it. After it recharges, you can use it again.
I have to block again, because there's no way for me to get out of there. Come on, Diablos. You know you want to leave. You know what? I'm going to take an executive decision and think that she's weak enough. There we go. She started limping. There we go. That's it. Man, what an honest to God shit morning. I hate those mornings where it's like I was normally going to do something, but then it gets cancelled, and it's like, okay, now I'm up early. I also kind of want to go to sleep again, and then I fall asleep half-ass, and then it's just, just like in this freaking limbo. Let's take a look to see what stuff there is. Diablos Nero. Focus. That's fine. Bludgeoner and non-elemental boost. Powers up non-elemental weapons you have equipped. Resentment. That's when you do more damage when you have red health or recoverable health. Resentment, part breaker, normal shots. Okay. So the helmet has focus, but at the same time, the other helmets I have already are pretty good. So there's not really much point in me having this helmet. Since I already mostly use the pants of another set. So I really don't see much point in having this. Now let me check something else though for a second. I want to check the charms for some stuff. Because you've got part break with Orogon and resentment with this one. weakness exploit with this one. I'm wondering if there's like a critical boost. 1 at this point. There's a crit I1, but I still think I'm going to be, well, I'm working on it, honestly. I'm just waiting until I get whatever material I need to improve it. But yeah, the focus charm is basically what I'm working on the most. Okay. I know what I've figured out what I needed to know, and we have now reached the point where we are going to continue with the Jame. And we are going to be fighting Nergigante in the next episode. So, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Fred Sanch. We played Monster Hunter World. And next episode we're going to go and fight Nergigante and see what materials he will be able to deliver to me. Goodbye.